If you want to know what went down at NFT Seattle, then stay tuned. Hello, I am Alexis Mercedes. I'm the project manager for Fractal Labs. We are an app development team that produces experiences and content in Web3 metaverses. Specifically, we focus on augmented reality. So if any of that seems interesting to you, definitely like and subscribe. I post a video once a week, every Tuesday. This week's episode is specifically about the first ever NFT Seattle conference. I was in attendance, and this is like a little documentary, aka vlog, that walks you through everything I did, everything I saw, and just how the whole thing went down. A lot of interesting characters and discoveries. I hope you enjoy it. Thursday night, I got into the hotel in Seattle. I drove up from Portland, Oregon. All I needed to do was load the main attraction, this gallery I created for Edgar. Just wanted to make sure everything was working, everything was loading, and I did make a few tweaks there at the end just to lower the poly count. I'm pretty proud of how it turned out. After that, just hit the hay. Wanted to get up really early because festivities started at 8 a.m. Hello and good morning. I'm here in gray-ass Seattle. I think it's because the sun's not all the way up. I think there is some promise of some sunshine today. It's actually 70 degrees and sunny is the prediction, so pretty ideal conference weather. But I'm excited to be here. Just getting ready. Makeup's done and I'm out the door. I'll see you at the conference. Good morning. I was able to make some friends pretty quickly, and right away I showed them what I was building in Over, handed them the camera, and let them do the AR themselves. Sorry, I only have a vertical footage of this, but as you can see, they're having a good time, and right away people were excited, and that made me really happy.
With technology and the internet, we've been able to remove a lot of borders in connecting with people that have a different perspective on the world. And so I think for me, it's like developing a shared understanding around a value or a principle or a mission.
There were highly impressive panels of speakers all throughout the day. I'm not including footage of the speakers themselves because NFT Seattle did a great job of recording them. So you can go to the NFT Seattle website to see more about the panelists.
To tell people it's no different than Web 2, Web 1. Just go build and fuck around. That's all. You're not going to learn unless you start building.
A lot of this feels exactly like the transition from Web 1 to Web 2.
And
when
for
social
me,
media
it was
first came
just
out, I
web.
was like, what do we do? How do we do this?
Think about having to build website.
At the break, I got to go outside and meet all of my Over friends. Most of us had only ever met through Twitter Spaces before, so this was a very special treat, and it was great to meet each other IRL for the first time.
The future is now. Is this like a William Gibson novel that I'm living in? Is someone gonna steal my brain or something?
Panels continued all day long. Topics spanned gaming to securities to what it means to be a successful NFT creator. The caliber of speaker was extremely high. There's just so much knowledge to be gained. Equally, the folks in the audience, a lot of them were extremely experienced people, And again, it fortified the fact that there's so many different ways to plug into the Web3 space. And there's so many different types of rabbit holes to go down. You can be an expert in augmented reality, so much so that you forget what like investing and trading even has to do with crypto. But for others, that's the whole thing. There were also some musical celebrities, including the undeniably culturally important Sir Mix-a-Lot.
Sir Mix-a-Lot.
I got a lot out of this final panel of day one. They explained that the music industry can be super predatory of the artists themselves. The way that NFTs function, it allows for the listeners to become the owners of the music. Then they're no longer beholden to the labels. The listeners are the ones who benefit, and the artists can use smart contracts to make sure that they get their fair share in perpetuity, and that the listeners who are paying to use their music have an easy way of being able to utilize that music for financial or any other kind of gain without needing lawyers to create new contracts. Smart contracts are built in. After the official programming was done for the day, I hosted a meetup with Edgar to explore the gallery once again. This time live, IRL. Wine Country was able to meet with us. He's the co-owner of Mints, who we talk about a lot on this channel. So I got to introduce them using this AR as an actual metaverse. And it was fun to load this site on location. This is a non-remote loading.
Little details so much. It's so beautiful. I'm definitely like, yeah, I'm gonna make like a little bit to share with folks, you know. Can you hear me? Yeah, I don't know if you can hear me, but hey. Yeah, I love what's been done with this space. It's so amazing.
Next, we headed to an informal gathering at Buckley's in Belltown. She's a classic little bar. Lots of fun and friends there. That's when you can really get to know people. It's the end of the day. We've loosened up and we're in a casual setting. And of course, I took the opportunity to demo what Over can do. And here we all are.
All right, just got back to the hotel. It's been a long day. I'm definitely sleepy. It's only 8 p.m., but I'm tired. It's been a lot of listening and talking. I would have loved some breakout sessions if that had been an option. Definitely the afterwards is where it's at. Crowd there was so fun because of how all over the place it was. There's like super young folks that are just getting started and have stars in their eyes about who the speakers are and like all the people that they look up to. And there's like really like friendly people who are new to this space and excited about this new frontier of possibilities and solutions. And then there's also like some suited bigwigs with a certain demeanor. The best gem here is being able to hear where the blockers are, because Fractal Labs is an app development company first. I know that some of the problems that people are bringing up are things that a software developer can create solutions for. Only in an in-person conversation would I be able to access that information and get those kinds of insights. So if you do get an opportunity to come to something like this, definitely do. This is the first NFT Seattle, so any critique I might have would only be chalked up to the fact that this is the first one. And overall, I do think it's super impressive. The caliber of the panelists are super, super high. And I think the graphics, the graphic design of the website and the animations, or even just like the bios of the panelists are excellent. Congratulations to the team. It's going really, really well. For folks that are new to blockchain, NFT Seattle is also including a not one-on-one, 101 workshop class situation in the morning, which is really wonderful for them to include. After that, they're offering some lunchtime coffee and treats to help everybody recalibrate and get things started. And I'll obviously keep you up to date on all of that. Me and the over crew are going to meet up beforehand and do a tour of all those hexes that I told you about. Last week's video was showcasing all the work that was going into preparing for this weekend, and tomorrow I'll get to show you what it looks like on location. Day 2 is here. I've gotten ready for the day, packed up my hotel room, and now I'm gonna go meet up with the over crew so we can tour all of the hexes that we published for the event. After that is a full day of programming from NFT Seattle, followed by a DJ set, after party. I heard rumor of complimentary drinks, which is very lovely. I'll probably be skipping all of that because I am driving back to Portland today and want to have a safe drive. I don't want to be sleepy. I wanted to show off this Lux little wristband thing too, because I haven't seen one like this before. The ribbon is soft and feels a lot nicer than the standard paper stickery type wristband that I'm used to. I was worried that taking a shower with it would be a problem because it might stay wet and irritate my skin, but I didn't have any issues. So 10 out of 10 on that one. That's more information about, about the wristband than you wanted. Let's go see what the boys are up to.
Oh, the other blonde lady that was in Van.
Oh, what's her name again?
Jennica.
Jennica. That's an interesting name.
Yeah, I thought it was Jessica for a while.
I'm a graffiti artist on security.
Life goes, man.
Oh, do you know Blick? And I still paint. Yeah, I know. The pandemic, like I haven't painted with her.
Should we go do this?
Mom fucking sold me my real estate agent.
Okay, we're gonna go do the.
As we traipsed through this beautiful downtown area, many people were curious about what we were doing, seeing our phone screens and gasping occasionally. It was super fun to show off over to a whole bunch of new strangers, some of which were attendees of the conference itself, so, more likely that they'll actually buy in. Down on Post Alley, we got to witness the Summer of Sonic, one of my favorite creations of all the things I've made for over. Did you eat breakfast?
I have not.
I want to eat breakfast.
Let's get some food.
Back at the venue, energy was very high. Everybody was in a much more open mood, and everybody was excited. It was a reunion from the day before. There were multiple floors to hang out on. They served extremely fancy coffee. Pour-overs for individuals. And the programming also continued. There were more panels and more speakers. The one I found the most interesting was a lineup of pitches. It was like there was a pitch challenge, and individual people shared their Web3 ideas. This is an existing process that they adapted for NFT Seattle.
Welcome to Seattle. Again, a show of hands, how many do not live in Seattle and traveled here to be a part of this? That's awesome. That's so great. I promise you Seattle was way cooler before the pandemic. And stay away from 3rd Avenue. It's troubling, but... So my name is Nick Hughes. I started Founders Live.
Oh, also we onboarded some people to Over, for sure. It almost surprised me how excited people were about Over. So I would load an experience, be watching it through my phone, obviously, and people behind me would see my screen and go, "Whoa, that's so flippin' cool." Multiple people, and then I show them what the app is. I get to tell them, "Hey, I built this," keep loving that user-generated content here. Social anxiety is a real thing. Day 1 was way harder on me than day 2. By day 2, people are starting to kind of know each other. Everybody's warmed up. By the end of day 2, I had multiple people that I felt comfortable hugging. That's rad. It just felt like a party that lasted for 48 hours. So I'll definitely be coming back next year. I hope to see you there. And if you can't make it, maybe host your own. Congrats to the staff for putting together such amazing panels. My constructive feedback, I would have loved some demos. I would have loved some breakout sessions. And I would have liked to see the moderators of each panel probe for deeper questions. When you have such a wealth of knowledge sitting right there, I know those panelists had a lot in them that they could have spoken on, and I don't think we were able to really get to it. I just feel so excited about all the people I met and everyone out there doing such amazing projects. I made friends with a securities employee. I don't know the title, honestly, but the person who will hunt you down if you mess with certain platforms, legal advisors, marketing advisors, financial experts who are building indexes for crypto, things I've heard of, but they're in person. Everything I hoped to be able to do at the conference happened, and it was so much more fun than I thought it would be. I also met people who I truly believe are going to be dear friends of mine. And the fact that it was a regional conference for me definitely helps, because I did make new friends in the Portland area, as well as friends in Seattle that I can visit again in the future and will happily host here in Portland. I think this is the start of many beautiful friendships. NFT Seattle was a raging success.
What do you like about Seattle NFT?
What do I like about Seattle NFT? I met some very real people here and made some really good human connections. And I think above all else, above talking about technology, above talking about business, I think that community is the number one thing. And just finding a place where you can be people.
You're not in this race?
No. For some reason, I saw you hanging out with Kelso. And I had this idea, like, oh my God, they're related. Okay.
Oh no. There's a video. Sorry.
That makes it actually even better. No, right?
No, it'll be funnier. Yeah. More highly entertainment. Okay, I'm gonna drive home.
Yeah.
I'm gonna drive home.
Enjoy. Yes.
Be in touch.
Old school.
Appreciate that, guys. Thank you. Y'all can find that on OpenSea as well. Just search Meta Girl by Sammy Ariana, and you'll find my Genesis collection if you guys want to be a part of it. So. Well, I got one more song. I've actually.
Thanks so much for watching till the end. It lets me know that I'm creating content that's worth watching. And if you did get all the way to the end, comment below to let me know. I'm still wondering which of the amazing people I've met this weekend are in need of a UX software developer. Because I know some of y'all are going to need to create an interface for your projects to actually reach the customers or clients or members that you seek. So hit us up if that's what you need, because your girl's got your back. If you're curious on how to get started using Over the Reality, it is a free app and I have made multiple videos that walk you through the process. So I recommend this one above. All right, that's it for today. Thanks again for coming.